Sopraciglio.
Sopra.
Come
Okay,
va?
beautiful.
You didn't feel
Yeah.
anything?
No, it's beautiful. Yeah, carry on. Beautiful.
Siamo a 1.
Yes, yes. What I suggest you just increase it to 7. Actually 8. Try it.
8.
Okay.
7, 8. Com'è?
Perfetto, continua, perfetto, bravissima.
Do you feel it?
Yes, slightly, it's really good. So, quello che what you're trying to do is just cover as much of the eyelid as possible, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing really well. I can feel it. What I mean is, I feel that you're doing really well. Very good. Extremely well, yeah. Don't need to touch the eyelid. You just spark it. Very good. Very good. Brava Beatrice. E stiamo and the video's recording, yes?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Kasia, popatrz, czy ładnie się tak nagrywa.
Bardzo
czy
ładnie
jest-
się nagrywa.
Też nie jest zasłonięte.
Perfekt. Ideale.
Super.
Możesz zobaczyć, jak ładnie jest.
Nie chce mi się wstawać.
Mamy to na żywo.
Pracochłonne.
Bardzo.
To jest taka koronkowa robota.
It's like embroidery.
Co to znaczy?
Wyszywanie.
Aha,
Jest.
nie znałem tylko słówka.
Już nie dziwię się spoko.
Very good. Bravissima.
Il dolore come?
No, va bene, non c'è bisogno di toccare. Ok. Perfetto.
Scopriamo l'altra metà dell'occhio.
Sì, sì, sì. Se hai già finito la prima metà,
Chcesz trochę soli fizjologicznej?
Szukasz soli?
No.
Soli?
Jest przeterminowane.
A już. Tutaj jest podparcie stany.
Wszystko przeterminowane. To nie patrz.
Szczegóły.
Perfetto. Quindi la telecamera sta riprendendo perfettamente l'occhio, sì?
Sì.
A nie zaruszyłeś bardzo?
Nie. Nawet mi całkiem wygodnie. Togliamo solo la batteria. Oh no, la batteria sta benissimo.
Any questions? Domande?
Ma mi pare che prosegua bene.
Sì.
Quanto mi avvicino al ciglio? Sul bordo o sto...
Non c'è bisogno... Come ti pare? Quello che resta a resistere va bene. Se lo resisto puoi avvicinarti. Se non vedi che non resisto lascia stare. Non c'è una... come si dice? Una...
Distanza.
Sì,
Prestabilità.
sì. Quello che stiamo facendo è causare una bruciatura affinché poi ci sia una contrazione della pelle.
Co? Że
So
spalamy
yes,
tak, żeby spowodować ściągnięcie skóry.
So there's no
Musi
any
być tak,
hard and fast rule.
jak blisko
Oh, it's
rzęsy
fine,
można.
it's too much, it's too much.
Masz,
it's too much.
okej.
Yeah.
On tam robił dość blisko,
So
ale...
what we're doing really, there's no hard and fast rule. You can place the arc even close to le ciglia, come si dice?
Rzęsy po angielsku. Jak się mówi.
No, I can't remember.
Lashes.
The eyelashes, yes, I forgot. But it doesn't really matter. If you just burn the eyelid using this technique, you're going to have that eyelid tightening anyway. So if the person can tolerate it, you do it. If they cannot tolerate it, just don't do it. And then
Pod okiem to się chce zapytać, czy tutaj wszelko oka robimy.
no, there's not. There's not.
Dlatego
I think the most
później
important thing
że-
is,
że tu chciał też.
Jęcu, to
Więcej
daje się
powoduje
zmarszczka, to żeby
yes,
zmarszczce
and
nie
then
dawać,
the
tylko
aftercare
pobłyszkować.
is
Tam jest
extremely
więcej
important. As I
skóry.
say, just wash it
Położyć na
using
zmarszczki,
soap
tak?
at night
Nie
and in the
zmarszczki.
morning.
Wczoraj dziewczynom
It's
kazał
quite
codziennie
uncomfortable
tak,
soon after the treatment, especially the first day and second day. But
zaznaczyła te zmarszczki.
And if you
Mhm.
do some, for example,
So-
taps
To
on the
ściągasz,
body,
tak?
yes,
what with
Troszkę?
treatment?
No.
For example, near
I tu robisz, tak?
near the bra
Dobra.
in women.
hmm
So they have to put some clothes. It's
A, to nie.
it shouldn't be.
To w ogóle.
How can I put it?
so it could be cotton or
What you're trying to do is just avoid having very tight clothes during the
Czekaj,
time.
jeszcze kawałek, to powiedz mi,
Say for
wie, a
example,
dalej ja już może
in this area,
będę
when there's
próbować
tattoos in
albo-
this
Albo
area.
nam Tomek pokaże,
no
jak,
belt,
jak.
no belts,
Jak ja bym to robił?
No.
Yes, no belts and try to wear loose
no
clothing.
tie.
My też.
But in
No,
terms
my
of
tym
the
bardziej,
eyelids,
ale w
going back
końcu-
to that, is it Beatrice's doing it, yeah? At the moment?
Yeah.
Yes. So there's no hard and fast rule. The more you cover up the eyelid, the better. And with this device, you can use very low power, level 1 for beginners, but you can use up to 12. But 12, I'd say, when you're very, very used to it and you've done a number of treatments. But when,
Mi
if you're
andiamo
not
sulla
sure,
rughetta
yes,
questa
yes.
qua
So
e
what
poi
you do,
scendiamo
yes,
sotto su questa.
exactly. So you can start now if you want. Quello che devi fare vai tra le
Sì, ho
tra
capito,
le
non
rughe, perfetto.
sopra, cioè
Sì.
sul bordo della ruga,
Sì,
no?
brava, brava.
Non
E cerchi di
dove
coprire,
c'è il fosso.
sì, e cerchi di coprire il più possibile. Brava. It's like having a fractionated laser treatment, but without the laser contraindications. So tomorrow I'm going to be very swollen. I'll show you the picture. Well, you'll see me tomorrow anyway, because I'm going to be around.
Trzeba czyścić.
Very good. Bravissima.
Adesso passo la mano a Tomek.
Tom, have fun. Oh
A, jak
yes.
się włącza?
Tom,
Ale to jest cały czas
please,
włączone.
Przez cały czas.
please practice.
Okej.
Perfetto. Very good. That's it. Very nice.
To
Just
się
to-
nazywa ręka chirurga, nie?
Aha.
Yeah, just don't insist on the same area, and you just very nice. Very good. Tom, is it the first time you do it? You seem as if you're very experienced.
Because I used very many kind of advice in
Yes.
my life.
Good. Very good, Tom. Super. Yes, yes, you can go there if you can, yeah. If I can tolerate. Yes, yes, don't worry. Just do it. If you see a line, just go at the borders.
Yes.
Tą pierwszą, o właśnie, tą jeszcze.
Okay. It's done here.
So have you covered all the crossfeet?
But there is a gap between.
Yes, yes, just cover the whole
There
lot.
is a. Okay.
Yes, I'll try to bear it.
Tam, gdzie jest więcej tłuszczu, to jakby ten łuk przeskakuje gorzej, prawda? Tam, gdzie jest wysuszona skóra, lepiej pracuje.
Mhm.
Very good.
So I cover a bit less dense in place where we don't need it.
Yes, if you don't want to cover it, just on. If
where
you think
there
it's
is
not.
no very deep wrinkles
Mm.
or the skin don't need it.
Don't cover it
Yeah.
then. If we're trying to
Yeah.
tighten the skin between the wrinkles, so the wrinkles will not be as pronounced.
And here?
Yes, if there's wrinkles, you just
But there is do you feel pain here?
don't worry about it. If there's pain, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll try to bear it.
We can go to
The lower eyelid.
lower lip,
Super.
eyelid.
Eyelid, yes.
Yeah.
Good.
W tym momencie trzeba go zaprogramować od
Mhm.
nowa, bo na magnesie postawiłeś.
Aha.
So you've got to.
Na jakiej to mocy?
8 było.
Batteria 3 abbiamo messo, no?
Sì, ok. Uh-huh. Sempre livello
8.
8, ok, perfetto.
So you can open your eye now, but only one.
Oh, sorry, I just. If you can work without opening, so you just pull
Sorry?
this. If you can work without me opening the eye, it'd be
Without
better.
opening.
Yes, just because so I
Yes,
don't
not a
I don't
problem.
open this this
It's
one,
not a
so
problem.
you can just pull the skin here, pull my cheek. So you're doing the same thing. You're trying to cover as much area as possible
Dobrze jest kamera ustawiona.
Znaczy, tak.
between the wrinkles. Beautiful.
But
Yeah, that's-
you have so long eyelashes.
Yes.
It will be problematic, but
Don't worry. You can
That's
burn my
what I am.
eyelashes. It's no problem.
Pociągnę.
Don't worry about it. Just try to pull my skin and work in there. It's fine.
Właśnie.
okay.
See what. Okay. Good. Very good.
How do you feel?
Very good. Don't worry about it. Tom.
Okay.
Just carry on. Yeah. If I've got any problem, I'll tell you.
And now?
It's a bit uncomfortable, but we can lower the power. Say 4.
Okay.
To tam
So it's
wiesz,
now.
pomniej,
Yeah, it's now 8. So
Yes, it's
maybe
slower 4.
6?
It's slower 4.
Okay.
So basically, you regulate the power according to what
Już jest.
the person feels. If it's
Yeah.
too uncomfortable, but
Okay,
then when
so-
you try the
And
yes, carry on. It's fine. Beautiful.
it's okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
A jak gojenie tej sąsiadki waszej?
Całkiem trochę ma jeszcze spuchnięte, ale fajnie idzie. Jeszcze dzisiaj muszę wieczór jechać, żeby jej...
Zrobić zdjęcie.
Tak. Dzięki temu nie będę wcześniej w domu, bo muszę jechać przez drugi dom i zrobić zdjęcie.
No ja jestem ciekawa efektu tutaj znajomego. No jak to jest efekt rzeczywiście po zrobieniu takich oczu. Ale miała tylko górę czy całe?
A na górę.
Czy jest warte tego cierpienia, bo no,
Pan przychodzi z spuchniętymi oczami, to nie jest miłe.
How do you feel?
No,
Very good.
no wiesz, pierwszy dzień faktycznie głowa bolała dojść sobie po pastylkę. No to wszystko było poruszone.
Bo jeśli warto, to tak, ale... Bo... Ja sobie więcej tego frakcyjnego nie zrobię, co mi robi Marcin.
No, ty miałaś CO2, nie?
Tak.
No, ale tego już nie ma, to jest spoko.
Zresztą
Sprzedajmy.
tego nie zrobię.
Jak to nie ma? Przecież tu leży.
Ten ablacyjny?
No to jest CO2 ablacyjna.
No może jakaś inna była, bo ten co Marcin robił?
Bo jeszcze
wie?
jest...
Alpro Ultra Plus?
No.
Ja nie wiem, czy tym miałam...
Bo jest Fraxel i Encore. To może miałeś Fraxelem.
No może. Bo wiem, że ta pani Ewa miała to też tym robione.
Nie pamiętam.
I potem właśnie, że chyba to sprzedała, co Marcin robił ekskluty. Zabaweczkę sprzedali.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This
Are
design
you
is
happy with
done.
the lower? Are you happy with the lower eyelid?
It's really difficult because first of all there is eyelashes
Yes.
and it's not so easy to get the device into like upper wall of the wrinkle.
Oh yes,
on
yes, I
the-
understand. Yes, yes. Well,
But
Czy ty
It's good.
nie idziesz?
Nie, bo tylko bolało już się nie chciał.
but it's
you're happy with it?
I'm happy with it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. So
Good.
now so your left eyelid starts to swollen.
Okay.
It's normal, yeah?
Yes, of course.
You said about it.
Of course.
Do you feel any pain on your left eyelid?
I can feel the burning.
Burning.
Okej?
Yeah.
So, do you want, for example, cold compress just with
Not really. No.
saline? No?
Not really. It's this. I prefer having it.
Dobra, teraz Ci uda daję.
You prefer what?
Having the full whack.
The full
Oh.
what?
The full whack. As to say,
Whack?
the full treatment beer. Let's put it that way.
Beer.
Beer.
Beer, like
The beer thing.
beer thing. Like, yeah, I
The
understand.
cross.
Is it
Without
symmetrical?
anything, yeah.
Is this side symmetrical as that?
Jest.
Super.
Ja think jest. Nie? Jest symetryczny.
More or less, yeah. It's symmetric.
More or less?
No nie mów more or less, tylko jak...
Answer.
It's not identical.
Ale oczy nie są
Identical?
identyczne, nie?
It's not identical, but it's good. Maybe here more.
O?
Yes. What's so funny?
Oh, nothing.
Tylko, że tu nie ma tak znowu wiele.
Super. Dziękuję. Super. Is it recording?
Yes.
Nice.
Nie,
Nice.
o, jesteś.
Super.
Coś mi to nie działa teraz znowu.
I can feel it.
No,
Wyrzuć.
You can't or you can?
I can.
You
Yes,
can.
I feel it.
you feel...
Ty można
Yes, yes,
przełożyć do
yes,
ręki,
yes.
zobacz.
Is it Ula?
No, it's still Kasia.
Is it still Kasia?
Katja.
Katiuszka.
Ale patrzcie się, nawet ślady
Yeah,
nie ma.
I think we can increase the power.
Increase.
Mhm,
Yes,
bo
to-
tutaj...
It's 4 now.
8.
It's
No,
it's
8,
5
daj.
now. Now it's 5. And you want
8.
8. Okay, it's 8.
Super. Katiuszka?
Można mówi Katiusza Amu? Sam to nie wiem.
No, nie działa.
Przełóż sobie do ręki, zobacz.
No, nie działa. No.
Nie działa?
What you do is just you
Super.
have to.
Maybe it's off? No, it's
No,
on.
no. Can I use it?
You can
What is it?
you can open your eyes
Nie.
for sure.
To może jest brudna igła zatkana.
Czyszczę i nie iskrzy nic i nie tam. No teraz tak. No.
Uczyniłam!
Przed chwilą nie. No, jest.
Super!
Super! Oh
Super.
yeah!
Decrease?
No! Super!
911!
Tam idzie samo.
Które godzina? 7. Matka tu będzie gdzieś 10-15 po. Ale do uszu musisz to jeżdżać.
Co? Dobra, Ula, wiesz.
Jest podobnie jak z drugiej strony?
No
So
chyba.
this part is gonna
Yes.
be at 4.
Na Ula.
Ula, 4 because it's my under eye. It's a bit sensitive.
Mniej.
O.
Tak, bo na dole.
Let
bo
me
nie-
see it.
Ona jakby czasem nie.
It's can I see? It's 8. Okay, it's 4.
To jest do tego?
Tak.
Wiesz, najczęściej jak jest brudek na końcu,
Mhm.
jest
You
zaczopowana.
smell like a barbecue.
Nice.
Okay. I will see you on the other side. Okay. More or less. Okay, we have 4.
Are we recording?
Jest,
Yes.
jest recording.
Yes.
Okay.
Super.
Is it okay?
Yes. Wait.
What?
Wait.
Carry on, carry on.
Mhm. Okay.
Nic się nie dzieje. A dzieje się.
Super.
Ja tak szeroko nie jechałem.
Nie, on robił tak tu pod okiem. Widzisz? Bliziutko naciągnął sobie tu i
Widzisz?
tą zmarszczkę.
I bardziej gęsto.
Aha, teraz to zdaje się.
Tylko, że to jest
kamerę
najbardziej
zasłaniamy.
bolesne.
Okay, thanks.
Zatrzymać ci tu?
No. No, 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 no. Okay.
Yes, you can actually pull the skin to get better access.
Chyba tak, jakbyś sobie rozszerzyła tymi 2 palcami, byłoby ci lepiej. Tak, w ten sposób.
So wtedy muszę tak
Nie,
ten.
od góry, tak, poczekaj.
Ale wtedy zasłaniam kamerę. I wtedy jest.
No to zobaczymy, czy
No.
mam
Nie chcesz od dołu robić? I od dołu sobie stanąć?
Nie, mam tak lepiej. Okay?
If it's not on, I'll definitely scream, so it's fine.
Działa? Czujesz coś? No tak momentami. No właśnie.
Skoro wykopią Kaczyńskiego z Wawelu, to może już go nie wołać tam z powrotem.
Może jak go już wykopią, to zrobimy blokadę, żeby go nie wsadzili.
No nie?
Nałudzić się? I
Ja obawiam się, że
A nie ma w ogóle
drugie
mowy.
jajo jeszcze jest.
Nie ma
przy
takiej
wadze,
opcji.
To on tam wróci.
Ale
Oczywiście,
to
że
było
tak.
świetne, bo to jest ekshumacja, to
Yes,
jest
yes,
jedyna
Is actually
możliwość,
burning
żeby
anything.
kogoś wyrzucić z
Jest,
Nie
Yes,
jedyna.
yes,
Jedyna
yes.
jest jak
Ja
ten,
small,
Jarosław
but
kipnie. Wtedy zapierdzielimy go z Krakowa.
So what you're trying to do is
Braciszka.
just the lower eyelid. So
ekshumacja.
you see this
musi być
this
tylko-
ring goes
Postawił mu
here,
pomnik w Warszawie i złączył
trying
dwóch braci.
to work in
O,
between
to było
them.
piękne,
No.
symboliczne.
So
Rodzina
between them,
powinna leżeć
Ja nie
Tak,
widzę, żeby
nie,
działała
nie.
ta igła.
Ładnie.
Popatrz się, proszę cię,
Do you
Tomek.
feel anything?
very
Yes.
little.
Chyba, że tak słabo jest, ja nie wiem.
Na piątce jesteśmy, no to
No działa.
Działa?
może być
Tylko tak.
mocno.
Mhm. Ale to jest 4.
Komu robicie tak z tej strony głębiej w policzek?
No właśnie tak nisko schodzi.
No. Bo on mu tu nie robił, bo tu jest to coś i w ogóle mu tu nie
Okay, can
schodził.
you move the...
No dobra, no.
Dobra. Będzie miał porównanie. Widzisz, gdzie widzisz tą zmarszczkę dolną?
No.
Tą dolną właśnie.
No nie? Bez problemu. ją
Wzdłuż
zrobisz.
ją zrób tutaj.
Tutaj.
No żeby po obu stronach, ale nie w nią, no nie? Tak jak ta zmarszczka w sumie trochę zniknęła nawet, ja po tym jak zrobiłem ją.
Yeah, trying to be as symmetrical as possible.
Coś to.
No ale tak bliżej, wiesz, bliżej. Jak teraz ją widzisz, no nie?
O,
No to możesz zrobić tutaj nawet. Pokażę
a
potem.
tam nie było jakoś tak głęboko.
Puść. Widzisz, ta
Brzegiem.
zmarszczka jest tu,
No.
a teraz
Super,
sobie można
yes.
zrobić tu i tu.
Yes.
A tak nie robię? I tu, nie?
Ale nie przez zmarszczkę.
To tak?
No,
A jak
po obu
robię?
stronach.
Tak.
Nie o to mu chodzi.
Nie, wzdłuż zmarszczki, tylko po obu jej stronach, nie w środku niej.
Nie wiem, czy mi
tu.
ręce nie śmierdzą tak mu trzymam. Nie wiem. Nie
Zastanów
myłem,
się.
nie myłem raz, myłem. Znaczy,
Ale bez mydła.
No tutaj.
Raz, rano.
Ale myłem tutaj, w łazience.
Ale to mydła nie ma.
W kuchni myłem.
Podasz mi ten?
A to może
Wacik?
jest szansa.
To bierz rękawiczkę.
It's comfortable.
Ale zamoczony.
It's
No.
too comfortable. I think because the arc is very very low when
We
Tom you were doing it.
4.
And that is the right.
It's
This
four
is
now.
but this is what Tom was using. So can I show you, Ola? Ula.
Yeah.
Give me the device.
That plasma?
Yes. Beautiful. Where is it? Okay. So where is it? That way. So the point is, you have to control this way. See that? I'm getting a spark. I get a spark when I'm close to the skin. Not when I'm touching as much. When I'm touching, I get nothing. Almost.
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 Mhm.
So basically, you're trying to keep this arc going as much as possible. Keep it going, you see?
Wydaje się proste. Chyba komuś komórka brzęczy.
But not too long.
Jakieś te roboty.
Do Uli mama dzwoni.
Spokojnie. Okej, where are you go?
Chcesz odpowiedzieć, Ula?
Nie, będzie potem.
Jezu,
Okej.
przydałoby się tutaj jakieś kropelki do oczu.
Perfect. That's what we. Yes. Oh yeah.
Te oczy biedne.
Now I feel it's good, yeah?
Oh yes. It's so good that it's painful. I love it.
Już do końca wytrzyma.
It's okay?
Well, I had more comfortable times.
Efekt to będzie jutro. Jak on wsiądzie do samolotu.
A powiedz mi tam, czy on to posypuje swoim sami?
Co posypywał?
Żeby wytrawić.
Robił korektę, babka miała tatuaż nad brwią. Wyszedł jej tatuaż, permanentny tatuaż nad brew. I najpierw
trying
tym
to
robił,
do it
wypalał, a potem sypał solą, żeby wytrawić ten.
Yeah, wait. See. More or less.
I trochę tego koloru zeżarło
Okay,
rzeczywiście.
more or less
zrobiłeś
is
jasno
symmetric.
brązowy.
Tomek,
No.
could you look it's more or less symmetric? Less or more or less
Tom, would you-
symmetric?
Would you like to do it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tom? You too.
Where's the Jilbacik jakiś?
No. Czekaj, która jest? Nie, tu do 8 jest. Także spokojnie wchodzi od przodu. Tak, jak będziesz miała, no. Dobra, to mi pójść sygnał, jak już będziesz przy drzwiach.
Okay. One more place.
On you go.
No. Dobra.
Beautiful.
And it's done.
Are you happy? Are you all happy?
Are you happy?
Yes!
Tak!
It looks a bit
Wow.
like a panda bear.
Oh, this is soon after the treatment.
Z tym drugim się, nie wiem,
I feel quite sore.
ale może nie włączyłam? Nie wiem.
And it starts to swell as well. Very nice. Tomorrow is going to be quite difficult for me to open my eyes. So this is day one. Early, well, it was right. I just got up, and this is just as bad as it gets. So it cannot get worse than this. So this is the maximum swelling that I'm going to experience after eyelid tightening. It's quite important to emphasize that I haven't used anything at all. No ice, nothing. Just cold water and soap before I went to bed. And so this is what it was expected this to say. In the morning, the swelling on the first day is particularly bad. Then over the course of the first day, the swelling will get slightly better. Now, another important thing to mention here is that I haven't used not only any product but no creams, no painkillers or any other product whatsoever. Now, the discomfort was quite, I wouldn't say very significant, but was actually very striking soon after the treatment, and it got slightly worse over time in the evening, and at night it wasn't very comfortable. But this morning, as I start doing things, it gets better slightly, and I'm expecting it to get better and better over the day. It is possible that I'm getting used to it, but this is the normal way it works when you're having this type of treatment. So I'm going to be shooting another video on the first day, but in the evening. In the evening, I'm going to be traveling from Poland back to the UK. It's going to be a 3-hour journey, and this demonstrates that despite this, you can do almost anything. At the moment, I can hardly open my eyes. I can try. If I can try harder, I can see things. It's not as if the vision is impaired completely, but because of the swelling, is not the most comfortable thing to try and look around. But it's going to get better during the day, as experienced before. And this is quite important because this is the result on the first day in the morning, and almost the worst case scenario, when you're having a very harsh treatment, when the device is used quite a high power, relatively high intensity. This is what you get. Using the device in different ways can have different amount of swelling. But what we wanted to do is just to show you what happens in the very worst case scenario. What we've done yesterday, which you may have seen at the beginning of the video when this video is edited, is that we have not only treated the upper eyelid but also part of the lower eyelid and the crow's feet as well. What I could be expecting tomorrow is that obviously the swelling should be less than today. It's very likely to be less than today anyway, but if it's almost nothing, what happens to certain people if it's almost nothing is that on day 2 the swelling, these fluids that are on the upper eyelid are transferred onto the lower eyelids, on the eye bags. So on certain people the swelling gets much better on the upper eyelids, but on the second day, but it's because the fluid goes onto inside the lower eyelids. But anyway, we'll give you another update later on. So day 1 in the evening when I'm gonna be at the airport. So I'm at the airport. At the moment it's 8:30 in the evening, and the swelling has subsided substantially since the morning, and I expect that to improve tomorrow substantially as well. As you see, there's a bit of swelling here on the under eyes, both eyes, and this swelling can get slightly worse because part of the fluid very likely tomorrow from the upper eyelids are gonna go onto the inside the lower eyelids, so I should expect this part to be more swollen than the upper eyelids, and also the pain and discomfort is much less. I wouldn't say I'm starting to forget it because I still find it not that easy to open my eyes, but it's much better than this morning. This morning I found it quite hard, especially during the first hours of the morning to open my eyes properly. I could still see and do almost everything, but it was quite hard to open my eyes. Throughout the day, the swelling improved a lot, and now I can open my eyes. But the very funny thing is that I was going through security to show my passport because I'm traveling from Krakow to the UK. And the gentleman asked me for extra documentation to prove my identity. That's quite funny. He asked me what happened to my eyes, and it was quite interesting to try and explain that it was an aesthetic procedure done to my eyes. But anyway, it's getting much better. The swelling, as you can see, is subsiding, and I'm expecting that to get better tomorrow, which is the second day. Today is still the first day. I think it's slightly over 24 hours that we've done the treatment, so I'd say 25-26 hours, and it is much better. Once again, as soon as I'd done the treatment, then sorry, just the announcement. So, just as a reminder, yesterday, as soon as I've done the treatment, the burning sensation started and the swelling started to occur on my upper eyelids. And the peak was this morning as soon as I woke up. And you've got the video anyway, and you can review it. Now just now I think is 36 hours or 37 hours after the treatment. As you can see, the swelling has subsided a lot. There's no burning sensation, there's no discomfort sensation or anything of the sort. It's mainly rather a pulling sort of sensation. So sometimes I start to forget that I had any treatment done just using just by listening to the way I feel. Obviously, when I look in the mirror, what I notice is these small dots. This is where the plasma treatment with the Beauty-Tech was carried out, and what I was expecting is a bit more swelling of the eye bags in here, but that hasn't happened, and I wouldn't envisage that this swelling is going to get worse. Actually, it should improve slightly tomorrow. But anyway, stay tuned and we'll keep you updated. Just now it's over 48 hours since the time we've done the treatment. Now, as you can see, the swelling is almost gone, and it seems as if I was not really right about what was going to happen here, because the swelling hasn't actually has subsided already on the under eyes, the eye bags, and there are almost nothing on the upper eyelid. There's no bothering sensation anymore. Now it's been replaced by itchy sensation every now and then, catches me out trying to to scratch the area, which I make sure I don't. But I'm completely comfortable, and I'm just trying not to scratch the area. But anyway, tomorrow I'm travelling. I'm going to be on flying for several hours, and I'm going to make the third day video at the airport. So I've been able to travel and do the normal activities throughout the treatment. The most troubling time was just soon after the treatment, the first night and the morning after the treatment. And then the swelling slowly subsided, and the second day there's no pain and mainly an itchy sensation. So we'll see you again tomorrow. So I'm at Heathrow Airport. It's 11 in the morning, and as you can see, the swelling has subsided, and the area is not painful anymore. It's quite itchy though. You can see that there's no swelling. I can open my eyes quite wide open without any issue anymore. And this is the third day after the treatment, so you can see that the downtime was very, well, depending on what people want to do, but to me was quite minimal. The worst time was just soon after the treatment, was in the morning, the day after the treatment. But I'm preparing for the flight, which is going to be tonight. It should have been in the morning, but the flight had some delays and some issues, so I'm going to be flying at night, and I'm going to embark over 10-hour flight. I think it's going to be 11 to 12 hours, and so that also shows you how you can pretty much do anything soon after the treatment. I would say the only troublesome time, if you're somebody who wants to still do your work, is the morning soon after the treatment. The morning soon after the treatment, some people, as I've done in my case, as it happened in my case, have trouble opening their eyes wide because of the amount of swelling. But the swelling subsides, and in my case I've made a point to have a very harsh treatment to get you to see the very worst case scenario. So this is day 3 morning, and this is how the eyelids look like. And as you can see, there's I was expecting to have more swelling here, but it seems as if it's subsided already. In a previous treatment, I had more swelling here, but in this treatment, for some reason, I did not. And now you can see the scabs have formed. The upper eyelids are scabbing as well, and are drying out as well. And so that's it. The result in terms of the downtime is quite good, and pretty much you can do whatever you like soon after the treatment, provided that you don't mind people seeing your eyes in this condition. As you can see, I'm at the airport, and so people can see me. It's not as if I've got a problem with that, so but it's due to whatever you can tolerate if you're happy going out in this condition, which I have no problem with. But you can pretty much do anything you want soon after treatment, as soon as you can open your eyes wide enough to allow you to operate normally. In my case, as you may have seen in the video, the morning after treatment, because of the swelling was particularly severe, in the morning I had some trouble opening my eyes, but that, as you'd seen, changed over the first day. So in the afternoon, evening on the first day, soon after the treatment, I could actually start opening my eyes and see whatever I had to see. Okay, I'm gonna make another video tonight just before I get into the flight, and I'll keep you updated. So this is 3 days soon after the treatment. The treatment was done on Monday evening, around about 7 or 8 p.m. And today is Thursday evening, 8:30. So it's actually in the region of 3 days. As you can see, there's no more swelling, of course. The feeling is of itchiness, and the area is still quite itchy. Sometimes I have to keep myself from scratching the area, which is quite important that you just avoid scratching the area. It's got to be avoided. And just a second. And in this case, as I've said before, we haven't used any ice packs or anything of the sort. I'm just about to embark onto a 11 to 12 hour flight, and obviously, as you've seen, I've been traveling since day one. The only problem is the morning following the treatment. In my case, we made a point to make it quite a strong treatment, a high intensity treatment, without using any ice packing or anything of the sort. So to show you the very worst case scenario and how long this perceived downtime is. So in my case, as you've seen, I've been traveling, I've gone to the airports, I've done my usual business, even while I was recovering, and I'm still recovering from the treatment. But there's going to be more cases that we're going to present on our websites, and but we're going to make more videos to show you exactly how this area heals up. So stay tuned. So I arrived last night. Let's have a look. Yes, it was in the region of 7 to 8 p.m. Local time, and today is Saturday. You just see how my eyes look like. Obviously, there are some residues of the scabs which I'm trying not to play with, and but the area was quite itchy last night, and it's slightly less itchy as before. As you can see now, this area is a bit red, so is the eyelid area, the upper eyelid area where I had my treatment done here. But this redness will be staying for a few weeks and will slowly fade with the rest of the skin color, but it will take a while. This time frame changes from person to person. In my case, if I remember well, it would be in the region of 4 to 5 weeks for the skin to return to its normal complexion. So if you get this treatment done, do expect that area to be looking a bit different for a while. Some people get the red spots or red dots where the treatment was, where the spots were carried out, and they stay there for a while, but they disappear over time. The length of that depends from person to person, but I'm going to document my case just to show you an example. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and we're going to keep you updated. So today is Sunday, so it's 6 days after the treatment, and as you can see here, there's no scabs. The area is still recovering anyway, but it's not sore or anything. You can it's still red and recovering. So all the scabs on the 5th day, between the 5th day and the 6th day, have fallen off by themselves. It was quite itchy yesterday and the day before, but the itchy sensation is starting to fade, and I expect this area, as seen before, to change over the next few weeks. At the moment, you can still see that despite the fact that there's no scabs or anything, there's no swelling or nothing, but it will still be changing over the next few weeks. So I'm going to make more videos, but not every day, after a few days, after a few days, just to monitor and report the change. So that is all, and it's quite important to emphasize that I haven't actually used any products, just soapy water. That's it, and I try to make sure that the area is not wouldn't get any dirt or any sources of infections. And that's all I've done. So no antiseptics, no products, nothing, and I'm not going to use even sunscreen. Sunscreen should be used and must be used, but I'm not going to use it because it's the winter, and it's just my personal belief that if I just don't put anything on, it's going to be better. The sun is not that strong, so I'll take the chance, but if I see things changing for the dark side, I mean, if this becomes a bit darker, then I have to use it. But it's always important to use sunscreen as long as you've got red dots or the area is red, because it's still changing, the area is still changing, and it is when the area is changing that you can develop the hyperpigmentation. And should you develop an hyperpigmentation, is not impossible to get rid of, but it's not straightforward to get rid of. So remember to use sunscreen after the scabs fall off, and always avoid deliberate sun exposure. So today is Monday 21st of November. It is exactly 14 days since I had the plasma eyelid tightening, and this is the result. That you can see that, as you can remember, 6 days after the treatment there weren't any scabs anymore, and in this case obviously there's no scabs and the area is less red than it was before, but it's still slightly tender, so it's not itchy anymore. It hasn't been itchy for quite a while. I think that itchy feeling has subsided 10 days after the treatment. So it's not itchy anymore, but it's still slightly tender, but I can touch it no problem. And as you can see, there's not any spots that I can possibly see either. Some people have the red spots up to 20 days or more after the treatment. In my case, I cannot see any, and I think this is mainly because of the aftercare. I basically use no creams, no makeup whatsoever, and this is it's not the first time I get it done, and every time I get this sort of healing. And in this case, as you can see, it's possible to see that it's still slightly red. The sun is not very strong. We're in winter, so I'm not wearing any sunscreen. I try to avoid it if possible, but if the sun were quite strong, it is unavoidable because of the problem of hyperpigmentation. The red spots, if they occur, they normally fade on their own accord. But the hyperpigmentation, if that occurs, then it's got to be treated in order to be faded. So this is once again the progress up to 14 days after the treatment.